Okay, so I am uncomfortably disappointed by the way my eyeliner turned out. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my preferred neutral everyday glam. I'm going to be showing you guys just like a few tips and tricks and just basically if I could do any look just to go anywhere, I'm going to show you guys what I would do. This look is really flattering for blue eyes, if you have blue eyes. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, one more thing I just want to add in. You might be hearing a little bit of white noise in the background at the beginning. That's just a fan that I forgot to turn off. Go me. So just hang in there. If it annoys you, I'm so sorry. So before I start with my makeup today, I actually want to tell you guys about this insane product that I kind of discovered. So I used to have a tanning membership in my college town and I obviously could not afford to keep it for very long, but one of the people that works there told me about this product right before I canceled my subscription or whatever membership, and it like literally changed my life. I do this every few days. So this product, I'm going to do a close-up of it. It's called Norvell Bronzing 4 Faces Spray, and basically what it is you spray it onto a brush and you just brush it in all on your face. And I'm gonna do a little like... So basically what this product does for me is that I am just so freaking pale. And so when I apply it all over my face, you have to rub it in really good. It doesn't matter what brush you use. I use this Flawless face brush from e.l.f. It's literally like $2. And I pushed out. I should probably honestly get a new one. But you can see how hard I pushed down on my face. But it has changed my life. I can, even in the winter time, still kind of look a little bit tanned, which is really nice for me. Because if I don't use it, I will literally look sick. Like, people are like, girl, are you feeling okay? So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about my little secret. It's like $13 on Amazon, and it's just like, it lasts you so long. It maybe like a little less than a year it'll last you, so use that secret if you're pale like me. I also wanted to show you guys this awesome sweater that I thrifted. It's like a crew neck, and I just think it's really iconic and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I guess without further ado, let's get this started. First I'm gonna clip my hair back just like I did in the last video so that I can get everywhere on my face. So I actually applied my tanning spray I think yesterday. So actually no, it was earlier today, like earlier this morning. So should be good for like the next like 2 days. But sometimes I'll have to do it more often just depending on how much I'm rubbing on my face with allergies and stuff, which I'm still suffering. Anyway, I'm gonna apply a primer, and I actually did not use this in my last video, so I'm gonna show this one off to you guys. I love a dewy finish with my makeup. So this is a MAC Prep and Prime Essential Oil, and I love to apply this all over my face before I do my foundation. It smells immaculate. It is so nice. It makes your skin just feel so good. I'll actually make my boyfriend put this on his face and he'll tell me how amazing his skin feels like all day. It's just like really funny. So I'm gonna put some of this on. So after I apply this stuff, it usually makes my skin look kind of like red and a little bit irritated, but when it is fully massaged into your skin and you're kind of not irritated anymore, it is just incredible. So next I'm going to take a beauty sponge, wet of course, and I'm going to take my 2 foundations that I like to mix. I mentioned this in my very first video, so I'm kind of in between shades right now, so I'm using a Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral, and then what I do with this is I just dot it all around my face, like that. And then I take my lighter shade, which is the Lancome just like Tint Idol Ultra Wear. And that's in the shade 100 Ivory Neutral. So I like to put this directly on my brush and then dot it all around. During this process, I'm also making sure to blend down to my neck. You guys kind of can't really see in this video, but in real life, I'm really having to make sure I blend it down so that my face matches my neck. Okay, so now that I finished with my foundation, I'm going to go in and do my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. I use the shade Light. I'm going to apply this in just a few key areas where I always do concealer no matter what. And then I have a couple of pimples here on my chin, and I'm going to cover those up as well. So now I'm just going to use my wet sponge and blend all this out. So up next, I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 220, and I'm going to apply this everywhere where I put concealer first and then everywhere else after. So now that I'm finished setting my face, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. I'm going to use the same thing as what I used in my very first video, which is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. And so I'm just going to go in and line and then fill my brows with that. So this brow is now done, and I'm going to do the other one off camera. I kind of look weird right now, but both of my brows are done. So next I'm going to take my Anastasia brow gel, and I'm just going to set my eyebrows with that. Next I'm going to do contour on my face. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe 8L contour kit, and I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk contouring brush. I'm going to take the same two shades, Literati and Donut, and I'm just going to contour my face with that. So I'm taking this shade and this shade and kind of going into both of those. And then I like to squeeze it kind of to where it does this. And then I'm just going to... So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm taking these two shades and I'm kind of blending it into my hairline in a sense. So obviously you see that I'm carving out kind of my cheekbones a little bit, but I'm also bringing it like around my hairline right here, and I'm blending it just to where it kind of frames and shapes my face in a way that I can't do without bronzer. And so this is just kind of a signature thing that I do. I really like the way that it looks, and this is just kind of a must in my makeup routine. I'm gonna do this half of my face. You see it looks really, really flat, and then over here it looks nice and like carved out. So I'm gonna do this half of my face off camera and I'll be right back. Before I move on to blush, I'm going to make sure that I kind of carve out my nose contour. So I'm going to take the same 2 shades that I was playing with earlier, and I'm going to use this same really skinny but really dense contouring brush, and I'm just gonna go in to just like my favorite area. It doesn't make a huge difference, but to me it does, so give that to me, okay? So for blush, I'm going to take this NARS shade, and it's called Orgasm. Sorry, Mom. So I'm going to use the same blush brush and dig that all in there. And I love this color. It's a great transition shade for your bronzer and your highlighter, which is really nice. It is just this gorgeous shimmery, yeah. One thing that I really love to do that for some reason I didn't mention in my very first video doing makeup was I also like to do blush kind of on my nose too after I do contour. It just adds kind of a cute little like flushed element into your look. So I'll just kind of do that. It's not too dramatic, bear with me. I think it's really cute and it just kind of brings the whole colored, like it just brings back some color to your face, and that's always like a good thing to do. So next I'm going to do highlighter. I'm going to go into the James Charles Morphe palette. I am obsessed lately with going into this shade right here, which is Face, and using that as my highlighter. It is just so beautiful. I'm going to spray my face first all the way before I go in with my highlighter because it just makes it pop so much more and it just gives it a more like extreme, which I like, look. So I'm also, because I'm extra, I'm going to spray this highlighting brush here, and then I'm going to dip into Face. And now I'm glowing, yay! So I'm going to do that on the other side as well. This shade as a highlighter, I am just so obsessed. It is so, so beautiful on any skin type. It is just so nice. I like to use what's left on my brush, and I kind of just go over my face a little bit. After finishing with contour, what I'm going to do is prime my eyelids. So I'm only going in with a light eyeshadow for today. It's all going to be neutral, just since this is like an everyday look. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then this flat and dense Morphe brush, which is M421. So I'm going to dip into this MAC Paint Pot, and then I'm going to apply this all over my eyelids just for an eyeshadow primer. So for this neutral everyday look, I'm going to go into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and my 2 absolute favorite shades to start off as a base for a crease are these 2 shades right here. Bad at names, told you guys, but I'm making sure I'm being really specific on what I'm using. So for the brush that I like to use is my initial like going in like is this brush. There's like this. It's just a really fluffy, soft. So I'm gonna mix the 2 colors like I am doing here, and then I'm gonna go in. So you can see kind of a light layer of this. I like to go back and forth a few times and reload my brush and just keep going. So that's what I'm going to do. I also think it's super, super important to remember to blend underneath your bottom eyelash line, just because I just think it makes the look so much more put together and smoky and blended and just great.
John Malkovich.
This is perfect.
complete. This is pretty much how I want it to look. This is my other eye without anything on it. So I'm going to do the other eye off camera just to make it look just like this one. Now that I have these transition shades on both of my eyes, I'm going to go in this buttery, yellowy, orangey, burnt looking color. And I'm going to use the same type of brush that I used for the last color. This one just has a different color on it. It has bright yellow. So I'm going to go in with this shade. And I'm going to put this kind of on top, kind of close to where my eyebrow is. Just because this color looks really nice with my eye color. I'm also going to take this color and I'm going to extend it down underneath where my bottom eyelash line is. For the darkest color in this look, I'm going to take this brown shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to kind of pat this into my far, far corner of my eye. So I'm going to go in a few times with this color to build up its shade and make it dark kind of the way I want it. Obviously this shade isn't like dark dark, but yeah. So now I'm going to deepen this eye with the same color and I'll be right back. So what I'm doing next is I'm taking this skinny little packing brush and I'm going to spray it with my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. You don't have to use a spray like this. You can use any kind of setting spray. You can even spray it with water. You can lick your brush for all that matters. But what I'm essentially doing here, what the point of this is that a wet brush dipped in a shimmery shade is guaranteed to like 400 times bring out that shimmery shade. So if you want any sparkly shimmery color to pop, spray your brush before or after. You can dig in and spray it or spray it then dig in. Either way it works. But I promise you it works every single time. So I do this every time I use a shimmery shade just so I can bring out like the most in it. So I'm dipping in these two shades in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm mixing them kind of together. So I'm gonna go like that. And then I'm just going to apply this on the first half of my eyelid. So this is kind of just how I like my eye to look with the shimmery shade added on. I'm going to do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. So my shadows are now complete and now I'm going to go in with eyeliner and give myself a winged look just because that's just my all-time favorite classic just go-to thing for my personal eye shape. Now I don't know if there's really a way to explain my technique when I do my eyeliner. I'm just really careful and it takes so much practice, but if you can't seem to get your winged eyeliner right, just keep going. I promise you'll get it. I use a really flimsy skinny brush. I find that's like what works best for me. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you guys one eye and how I like to do that, and then I'm going to do the other one off camera. So this is one eye complete. Okay, so I am uncomfortably disappointed by the way my eyeliner turned out. I think it's because like how sick I've been and how much I've been rubbing my eyes. The skin around my eyes is just like so dry and it's just like not having it. So we're just gonna pretend that that went successfully and move forward from here. My trick that I always like to do is I'm going to take up any black eyeshadow. Mine is from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to take this really skinny flat brush and I'm going to pat it into the black and then mattify my eyeliner. So my next step is an absolute must. I talked about this in my very first video. So I'm going to take these two white shades in the Jaclyn Hill palette with my tiny little eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to mix them together, and then I'm going to apply these to my inner corners and then my brow bone. With the excess that's on my brush, I like to go in and go on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then my cupid's bow. So I'm cheating a little bit, and I actually already have a tiny little bit of mascara on already, just because I babysat a little bit early today and I just didn't want to look like a complete troll. So I'm actually going to go in and put on a little bit more mascara just to like complete my look. I'm going to go in and curl them first, and then I'm going to go in with my everyday mascara. So now I'm going to put on some chapstick just because my lips are like kind of dry. And then this is kind of an odd like thing that I'm doing here. I've never bought a lip liner before. I know, don't yell at me, like I need to just buy a lip liner. So, but I like to line my lips just like with lipstick. So I have this Morphe lipstick in the shade Forevs. And I really like the shape of the Morphe lipsticks. They're really nice. I love the formula. So I actually like to use the tip of it to line my lips. So after I've lined my lips, I'm going to take this Maybelline in the shade Nude Embrace. And then I'm going to apply this just everywhere on my lips. I am absolutely obsessed with nude lipstick, so this is like my #1 favorite. It's absolutely like a must for me. So after that, I'm pretty much done. So now I'm just going to spray my face with some Morphe setting spray. This stuff smells just absolutely heavenly. So this is always a treat. Alright you guys, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my pretty much everyday glam, but not so glam look, just like a neutral. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Give me some ideas, guys. I need ideas. I want to know what you want to see. And also, hit that subscribe button. I need your support. So, big love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!